Viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. Hi Anupam Vipul, welcome you to this live stream. I hope audio and video is working fine. I'm waiting for incognito window to give me a feedback that audio and video is working adequately, and well, let's hope it works. And any of you, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. Okay, as of now, I am confirmed that audio video is working. So let's start. And if I think chat should be open to all things should be working. But okay, so what about the thumbnail? Well, there was a very big, severe, heavy miscommunication between basically our lawyer and my father. And problem was that lawyer conveyed that case, basically the case that is going on. There were total 3 cases in district court. One was over, another I won, and the opponent now went into high court, and the third one, which was like dragging along, it cleared or quote unquote closed one of its evidence section, meaning first court does evidence gathering. Once that is done, then they move into the second phase. Now that part was conveyed, and my father mistakenly thought that that actually meant the whole case was closed, and we kind of actually celebrated also, because again, while we were aware about basically high court risk, because again, I already have one high court and there is a good chance that second also can happen, but like, you know, we wanted to like enjoy the win and all that, but bad things happened. And this itself was not end of the world. The end of the world that came very close was the fact that my father heard the date instead of June, it was July. Basically, he thought it was in July rather than in June. So that created a very serious scenario. Now, thankfully, our lawyer has a habit of basically calling us one day before any major event. So benefit of that is like my father did got a call, but unfortunately he was out of station, and we all three, basically my whole family, had to be there in court, and I was the only one that could go. But we got that notification, and then we looked for driver very quickly, and thankfully did manage to find one, not our regular one. He said like, you call us one day before, it can't help you much. And again, that's on us, that's our fault. And we did find a new driver. He did manage to drive me to this place, and that was a very shocking thing. Now is my stream lagging? It should not be lagging. The disk, basically this frame dropped, 16 frame dropped. It is shocking. Why it's lagging? It's like, I'm not sure what is happening here. Are you guys seeing like properly? Nobody has commented anything. Well, I'm just gonna hope that things work. Other than that, not much else can be done. Okay, yeah. So we went to the basically place. That itself was not that bad, because till that point, basically till I got to the court, I actually thought I was just going there to sign it off and like, you know, close the chapter and all that. Then the lawyer said, "Why are you talking about like closing the chapter? It's just finished the exhibition." Then I was like, "Oh damn." It was bad. It was shocking. Even the judge actually gave us warning that I cannot miss, because I'm out on bail. I can't miss this sort of basically dates, so to say. Now, not anymore. So it had to be taken care of. I was like, thankfully, luckily, we did manage to go. So that's the good part. But such is life. So I want to be smart as 10% myself. Study with internet. Give me advice. I want to be smart as 10%. Smart as 10% by self studying in internet. Give me advice. A live stream is okay. Well, depends. What do you want to learn exactly, so to say? Like, you can't just learn everything. That's not how it works. Like, for example, I will look into things that are dealing with medicals, basically thing, and then I'll close them. That's not my jam, so to say. I look into financial thing, that's not my jam. So there has to be a very narrow down what you call focus. It's like, okay, this is my era, this is my basically focus point where I can actually look into it and actually can take care of it. If you have those things, only then you can learn something. If you are like, okay, I want to learn everything, that's not how it works. So you have to have very specific thing. I was wondering why my sister me simping in childhood. What the heck? Theoretical physics. Again, there are a lot of good content that people are talking about theoretical physics, but you have to go to the point of where you are actually starting to do calculations on yourself. Basically, theoretical papers are published. You can look into Sabrina Hofstadter. She talks about like certain good papers, not the bad ones. Like, she has a list of the bad ones, but some good ones, and you can look that and actually calculate it. Basically, get with pen and paper and actually do it. For example, in other scenario, basically, if I wanted to learn electronics, what's the best way? Build it. So like I built this, I learned a lot about this. So that's how same thing will apply with theoretical physics also. There is a lot of calculation, a lot of paperwork you have to do, and you have to start doing it. There is no alternate to that. You have to do it. Other than that, there is no alternative. So uh, after this miscommunication, we got a shock, and then I realized it will. Although there is one minor good thing, that once this evidence section is closed, they do not wait too long. Basically, they all the events happen boom, 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 very quickly to each other. So let's hope, knock on wood, that it will not drag on 15, 20 years. But who knows? And about High Court, they did specify that I don't have to worry about it as of now. When it will happen, it will happen, but right now there is no need for me to worry about it. So this was a very bad, big, shocking event. Not only I was like, oh, we came very close to basically, not only the win that I thought I got was not a win, it was actually a loss, and then the fact that I came this close to actually losing my freedom. So this was very, what happened with your court case? I just joined now. I think you should, basically, there was a miscommunication between my father and lawyer, and my father accidentally thought the date wrong. Basically, instead of June, July, he thought it was June. That was a big mistake. Second was basically the case is over. Case is not over. Case just started. So that was there. But when all said and done, this is why I think reading books was such a good investment in myself, not in the outside world, but in myself. In basically August, September time frame of last year, 2024, I was in similar sort of area where it was like bad things were happening, too many things were going on, and I was almost about to lose my mind or even my life. Like this was bad. Like let that be very clear, very, very bad. And at that point in time, I was in therapy, and I did my best to actually stay calm. But here's the deal, this is much worse, because this, like that time I was thinking like, oh, what if this then that. This time it happened. Like the worst case scenario that I was worried about is that what if I have to deal with two locations, basically High Court and District Court, and they are two physically separate locations. I have to physically travel to two separate locations, and that did happen. Like it's not going to happen, that did happen. That is active reality right now, but I'm no longer worried about it. And all of that is thanks to like going through all that many books. So I think some percentage of knowledge and wisdom actually absorbed inside me. I'm just able to letting it go. I will share all the detail about my court case once it's over, not before it's over. Most people have already figured it out, but I will not share any detail while it's active. Just think of it as a precautionary step. I'm not rich enough to hire another lawyer. So let's just apply some caution. Let's just be like that. And well, it did happen. Things were messy, but I actually managed to adopt the philosophy that I'm reading in almost all self-help books, is that you have to let things go that you cannot control. Like I can't be worried about this thing because it's not under my hand. Like a judge can decide to destroy my life. I can't worry about that, because again, if he does, I can't do anything anyway. So why the hell waste this precious time I have right now? Like now, why I'm burning now away? So when I was returning, now back in the old days, even though when I was returning, there was like almost a very uncomfortable gut feeling used to have, like we used to say in Hindi, "Ji machalna." It's like very bad, uncomfortable feeling. This time it was like, I'm like, that started to hit me that I'm actually becoming a bit more mature. It's like, so I would recommend all of you, if you are going through some bad stuff, deal with basically read books. Trust me, there is a very good probability, again cannot guarantee it, but there is a good probability that it could help you, why your court case is delayed for 20. Dude, that's not delayed. My court case is running fire. Like, haven't you seen like Indian court cases, like innocent man was imprisoned for 40 years. He was like let out when he was 100 years old. It's common. Like, it's India, man. It's India. So it's one of those things. Reason early running in this year. You can explain the reason for early running this year, raining this year? No, it's a weather analyst. And again, these weather events are not concrete events. Things can change. Sudden, weather pattern can change, and that could have this sort of effect. And early is not that early, so to say. It's not like, what would I say? We are already in June, so it's maybe at best it's 1 to 2 months early, but not too bad. So It is one of those things. Why do today's Gen Z act like they don't care, fake, careless attitude, but don't care or just don't act like they don't? See, define careless. Define careless. What do you mean careless? Like, let's just say, are they careless about religion or they're careless about traditions? Maybe. Are they careless about their looks? Maybe. But again, like you have to specify careless for what. Like again, right now I'm not caring about the court case. Why? Because I am safe until that next date. Something bad can happen, something can happen before that, but I am not caring because again, that's the only way I can remain my sanity. So it is something that I have to take care of. So that's a very vague terminology. I'm wondering why government says youth is unemployed and today, but they didn't remind why JEE needs or outside school could have cost this for student and internship are unaffordable. See, youth, why government says no, youth is unemployed. See, youth is unemployed because India, basically, lot of Indian youth, specifically this zone of like MP, UP, Bihar, Jharkhand, lot of like, and this area basically got this brain damaged idea. It's like everybody wants government job. And government cannot give jobs. Let that be very clear. Government cannot give that job. Government cannot make money. It can tax money. It cannot make money. Government is like a lubrication of a country. Basically, your engine. It has a main fuel and it has a lubrication oil. You can't run your car on that lubrication oil. That's the whole point. So, government's job is army, as in defense from outside, police, defense from the inside, and infrastructure. These are the core things they have to do, and dispute management and all that. Not job provision. And somehow India basically got this brain rot from Soviet Union is that government provides things. It's like that's not how it works. I'm like, I have to say, like the drastic understanding between the first world countries and India is that in basically Canada, flat out, they're saying we want to shrink public sector. And I was like, what do they mean by, okay, government jobs? And I'm like, in India, it's like more government job, more government job. It's like, yeah, government cannot pay your salary. That's not how it works. And worst case scenario, think in this way, like there are certain government jobs where you get money and you have to pay government itself. I'm like, dude, why didn't you cut it? Why didn't you cut it directly? It's like it will save so much bureaucratic waste. It's like government is not designed to pay. It's a auxiliary. Basically, a nation has to be a group of people, group of businessmen, group of labor. Like it has to be an organism. On top of it, you add government. You do not like government feeds me. And like somehow India has this very bad rot, brain rot, where it's like no government has to provide job. And again, you can see basically the states where young youth are like government job, government job, government job. They're all states are poor, and the places like South India where they're like government job is not like, you know, you have government job, cool, awesome, GG, but it's not like, you know, we have to do it, and a private job is like just a waste of time. It's like private job is the reason why you have government job. So if you go full retard and like everybody does government job, there won't be any money. So it's like, yes, one of the they don't post fake pics on Instagram, act like some, they are not careless. I don't okay, so I missed some hours. Okay, my teacher said people like Newton and Oppenheimer, God's gift. Can normal people become like that? I just wanted to know your opinion. Of course. See, they were normal when they were alive. It's history gives them the credit. And again, if you try to actually do something good, there is a very good probability there are. And again, they are not gods from many other people's point of view. Like if you read in biologists, they will talk about people who made vaccines, and again, they are the literally god savers. So again, in every field there is people like that. There's like, okay, I don't give a ever about my life, my rule, act like uncareless about their image, but want to stay cool. You can make video and advantage is not joining all the rivers in India. I do not think that anybody is actually trying to do, and not to mention we don't have rivers left anymore. So it's basically we only have rivers in rainy season. Most of the time it's just a dry places. Yeah, now I become a destroyer of civilization. Mikta Anupam people. So I have started a startup for Metrotronics and DIY projects ecosystem. Good for you. Good for you. That's a good thing. I'm happy. I'm happy for you. Good luck and best of luck. Can you make a video on how India can divert Indus water through canals? And see, canals are suicide with extra steps. Okay, we tried that. Soviet Union tried that, and we still didn't learn our lesson. If you want to divert river, you cannot have that water be exposed to air and sunlight. It has to be sent through pipes. If you send it via canal, you die. The end. There is no discussion about it. And again, as planet heats up, that's double dead. So That's it. My next one is thinking about how early computers engineers made computer using tubes and valves. Actually, it's easier. See, if you actually start to build it, like buy transistors in the market and start to make logic gates and all that, you will get it. And again, those computers were much simpler compared to what we have right now. What you have here is billions of transistors. What they had is thousands. So it's much easier to do that. And again, you can do that. There are some people who make very intricate applications where you can do this. There are like Minecraft, people make actual working computer inside Minecraft. So you can, once you dive deep into those things, it will become very clear. Because once you have to understand transistor, that's it, nothing more. Once you inherently understand transistor, the end. There is nothing more than that. So complex that even think about it. Dude, if you look into mathematician, you will be shocked how many things we had sorted like long ago. It's like, yeah, we solved it. And I talked about CT scan, the mathematics of that computational tomography algorithm was done like 1930s or even before that. It was like, yeah, we know what to do. Like when somebody is like, okay, what can we do? It's like, yeah, we have the math. Like math is done, go in library, mathematics is already done. So you would be shocked how far people's mathematical imagination can go. So how long does it took recover river from dam if permanently closed it? How long will it take to recover river from dam if, as in like you remove the dam, like you deconstructed the dam? It will take time. It will take time, but it should happen like 2-3 years. Once basically you have to wait for soil to reach to its damp level, which is used to be. So that's there. Why were Ola cabs and Ola Electric lost control in Bangalore once the boss in both fields? Dude, if you keep if you want to dive deep into such a niche point, you have to be there, na? You have to be there. Like you have to read articles from people who live in there. I am not there anymore. Like I haven't been there for like what, 7 years at this point in time. So, and shift deleted because he went into foreign for job and family took out loan, but he failed. Why boy shift delete themselves? Why wouldn't they? It's like, see, there is a harsh, again, I keep saying that if boys believe a lie, they are very vulnerable, fragile. So one of the lies is like your life has value. No, it does not. The truth is you only have value as long as you can provide money to others. There is nothing more than that. And once you fail in that, it creates a scenario where it's like, oh, am I like, is it really worth going through the trouble and embarrassment? Because here's the many Indian parents, Asia, basically it's almost all of the Asia, basically, be it Vietnam, be it China, where parents are like, because they are miserable people, they will make a children's life miserable because they are not scoring 100 out of, even though they themselves are not Einstein. So they are like, no, why you are not Einstein? So they will hate, harass, and basically here's the deal, a child does not want to be born in a poor family, but poor family wants the children. So it's the sin of the parents. So parent brought it. And again, if you do this thing, then you have to be like, okay, I brought you into this world, I have to take care of you. You have to give them unconditional love, because if they do not get that, their operating system gets corrupted. Every child psychologist will tell you that. It's like, it's not even a debatable thing. It's like, yeah, you create monsters if you do not do this. It's like, we know this. But again, all Asian civilizations like, what if we F the children? It's like, what if you don't? What if you had the enough wisdom to understand that numerical numbers in exam and in school does not guarantee success in life? You have to take care of them, you have to teach them and make them capable. But again, they do. And it's a vicious cycle. So if a child believes that, or worst case scenario, he believed a lie that he has value, people loves him, and then he comes to home and it's like, no, I could not make money, and then they harassed him, it would shatter him. It's like, he will be like, I'm wounded, I'm vulnerable, I need support right now. At that point in time, they will be like, you know what, you are shame on us. At that point, shift delete becomes a logical thing. I can't even blame anyone. It's like, yeah, if your parents are like that, and if you, because here's the deal, when you are wounded, and if you had a lie believed, nothing can help you at that point in time. Lies are very dangerous to man, like very horrifyingly dangerous. So I understand that part. I was applied to Bihar policy schemes for seed funding. I gave the pitch. They understand the problem as a robotic kind of lab, Bihar Engineering College. But you just said but. Your favorite stand-up comedian? I don't have something like that where it's like I used to watch them. It's like randomly I watch it in Instagram, then sometimes on YouTube, but nothing concrete, so to say. Streaming is going back to being cable. Yeah, sort of. I think it went too crazy right now. It's like too many ads, too many stuff. It's like, it bit cuckoo. It's like, it's this is the ironic part where we used to say, like, the more things change, the more they stay the same. Is the same thing is happening. It's like people are like, yeah, piracy is back, because again, there was a time where you did not had to pirate. Now it's like the only thing you can do tangibly is buy discs, like I'm a Blu-ray disc and all that. How to numb emotions? You can't. Again, you will become God if you could. It's like every child thinks of that. Every child, once they get anal rift, every child is like, yeah, I want to not feel pain. It's like, no, you have to. And here's the deal, there is a good part of it. That's the very thing that keeps you from inflicting that pain on another in good case scenario. In bad case scenario, you just double down. That we call a generational trauma. That's the same thing. Although the easiest, if you really have if you are old and bitter, yeah, you can decide to not bring children into this world because you will not be a good parent at that point in time. At least you can seal the wound. That's the one thing you can do. It's like, okay, generational trauma ends with me. The end. Like I will not dump this trauma on someone else. So there's there. But nobody can numb emotion, man. You can't. Like, we are not that. Although, in other news, recent big boom boom events that are happening, your thoughts on joining all of, bro, that's not how it works. Okay, that's not how it works. Flood is natural. We can handle it. It's super easy to handle. And I'm talking without dams also. It's not that hard. And again, drought will happen because if you connected all of these things. It's almost the same stupidity that Indians did not understand. It's like, oh, what if we build dams? It's like, you're gonna starve to death, and we are starving to death now. It's like, why? What happened to our water supply? It's like, yeah, you build dams. Build a dam, river dries up in 30 years, and again, 30 years is so long that people don't understand that human brain cannot comprehend that long. Even though we live 90 years, we only have focus for 30 years. So 30 years is so long that if you're like, okay, you built a dam, 30 years later is like, children are like, sir, where is the water that you talked about? It does not exist. It's like, back in my day, I don't know what happened to river. It's like, no, you built the dam. You are the reason why that river disappeared. Like, there were a lot of hydrodynamists who kept screaming at China. It's like, don't build so many dams close to each other. You will dry out the river. And they did. And the river dried out. Basically, they dried out the river, according to their own history, never dried for a few thousand years. So it's one of those things. Whether focus on individual facing problems. How will civilization continue if people don't have cares? I thought Elon Musk was an idiot, but now I realize he was right. See, everybody was right about that. Like, I've been screaming about like the myth of overpopulation. I kept saying that this lie, the brain damage lie that we have been convinced that population is a problem. It's equivalent of, oh, I have a problem, let's poof myself. That's not a solution. Like, I'm not even joking. This is in my English channel. In that Mumbai, how to cool down Mumbai. The comment was antinatalism will solve the problem. It's like, that's not solving the problem. That's running away from the problem. That's in Hindi we'd call fattu. It's like, you cowardly bastard, so to say. It's like, you have a problem, that's awesome, solve it. It's like somehow something broke, which again, I do know what broke. His family unit broke. And it's like, because again, another lie. So that created a cascade failure where people actually start to believe that. And once they start to believe it, the end. There is no discussion after that. That point, that civilization that is rotten like that, the ends. The question is, what is the the end part? Basically, if somebody else booms them, they self-delete themselves, whatever the case may be. And again, that happened. But they didn't focus on any individual facing problem. They wanted to work on DIY projects like you faced problems, high component cost, long delivery, better space and all that. Okay. I think bad movies, like you said before, they had caused brain damage of human population and resources. Yeah, that's the whole point. It's like everybody's like, oh, population. I'm like, this is the same BS we have been hearing from 1800s. I think I've deleted the file. That would be sad. But I think if I could find it, I'll share with you guys. Like, there was this idiot who, Malthusian, I think. Yeah, this is the bullshit that people keep talking about. Is the Malthusian basic theorem, and this was in 1800s. He was like, Earth cannot provide for 1 billion people. India is providing for 1 billion people. It's like, this is the core rot that people just kept putting it, just kept repeating it, just kept repeating it, just kept repeating it. It's like, it's mathematically proven bullshit. And they're like, just keep repeating it, just keep repeating it. It's like, no. If humanity is a civilization which has intelligence, as we expand, we'll face problems. We'll solve that problem. Then we'll grow to newer heights. Then we'll face newer problems. Then we'll solve that. That's the whole point of humanity. Not that like, like that pain orgasm is like, I have no idea why this self-delete orgasm started to become a normal thing, so to say, for lack of a better term. but such is life. Hey, loved your architect video. Thank you for making it pros and cons anti Linux, by the way. Thank you for making it. Are you pro or anti Linux? I do not care about pro or cons. It's like that's not my department. Like Linux is a tool, right? Linux kernel is a tool. Is that kernel a tool? As a tool, you import it, a whole server works on it. So there is no discussion. Yeah, it's useful. Now, as a Linux, as a operating system, what you call Ubuntu and all that, are they useful as a replacement of Windows? No. Again, for programmers it is. For individual, like just I'm just doing my thing. No, hell no. Now, people who talk about like, no, it can do that. No, they're smoking. Now, there is only probability that SteamOS can crack it because again, they are a big company that has money to sink into it. So they can take any core. They can take Linux core. They may even take distribution of Arch, and they can even take Wine. But they have enough money and brain power and a reason for profit that they can finally make it into a full-fledged OS. So if you say a Linux operating system, that bunch of operating, those are useless because again, that's why there are so many. If you are talking about SteamOS, that has the highest probability of actually becoming a Linux-based operating system that civilian can use, not programmer. If you can code, I'm not taking your opinion on this. So, yeah. Thorium-based power plant, another weed. It's also rare as a magnetless motor. Dude, I'm the first one. If you type on Google, basically magnetless motor, my videos will show up, man. There was like and this is before AI. I was that early on this. I was early on that, like magnetless motor. Technical term is synchronous inductively excited motor. I have no idea. Nobody came up with a proper name. It's just, if you want to understand it, type brushless synchronous AC generator. That's what it is. It's just you shrunk it down. How can you shrink it down? You increase the frequency. So generally those sort of generators are used in either power plants, hydro dam power plants, those sort of places they are used. It's a normal thing, but generally they are huge because they are made for 60 hertz. When you want to make it small for electric car, you have to increase the frequency. So you can go from basically 50-60 hertz to hundreds of hertz or 400, 600. I've seen highest 800 hertz. So that's there. Don't tell me firmly code is the great filter. That could also be the case. How's your health? Yeah, it's relatively much better than it used to be. I think spinal therapy surgery was a wise decision. I'm happy. And again, trust me, generally how painful it was, like during August trips, I was like in pain, like pain. It was discomfortable right now, but again, it's like once you are comfortable, even minor pain screams a lot. And then I was like, then I had to remind myself, no, Anupam, this is much less. This is minor inconvenience compared to what it used to be. So it was much better. Like heck, when I came back, I think I came at 5:30. This is after 8+ hours of driving. Again, I was not driving, but like in a vehicle, not very comfortable. But after that, I came. I was still sentient enough. Did some house chore. Went out. Basically, even decided, hey. Instead of going round and round, let me do a shot, because again, not enough day was there that I could do a video, but again, enough was there that I could complete a shot, and I had an idea. So I was like, okay, let's shoot a shot. Again, I'm trying to, after my surgery, I'm trying to go back to my old roots. That route was 1 video per day, meaning from Monday to Friday, you're gonna get main videos. On Saturday, you're gonna get live stream, and on Sunday, you're gonna get short. So I'm trying my best to fulfill that content throughput. Again, that was my channel's strategy, content throughput, not like, animation or editing or things like that. I focused on constant throughput. So let's see how that unfolds, and trying to do that. And again, that does come with a penalty that today I might have to work late night in order to finish up a video, because again, that should have happened yesterday, but again, court date, and I do not want to drag it for tomorrow, because I do want to relax tomorrow. So I'll see. I think most of the work is done, so I think I will be able to do it. Love from Chennai. Thank you so much. What is thought about being father through surrogacy without marriage? In many countries like USA, you allow that legally? No. Some people would explore the option of carrying forward their bloodline, no divorce. See, it's like if half of humanity is corrupted by certain lies, you can't do anything after that. It's like our population, a lesser population makes country rich, like Japan. Look at this retard. If you have less population, you starve to death. Japan literally went through population explosion. That was their richest time. And once their population started to collapse, do you know what they call it? In Japanese history, this is what they call the lost generation. And right now, please, we're gonna pay you money, please, so you can make babies. It's like a retard thing. It's like that's happening. Japan is paying. It's paying. Please have babies. They are like, dude, we're gonna shut down offices on Saturday and Sunday. Heck, even 4-day week just so you can have babies. They are actually doing it, and you're like, oh, that's how you become rich. No, that's how you become poor. If you have less people, you become poor. If you have a lot of people, and again, starting wealth, like people are always like somehow history does not exist in your brain. It's like Europe was very populated. Like that population explosion that happened in let's say 50s and 60s in India and China, that happened in there in 1800s. They had huge population relatively. That's where this Malthusian calculation came up with. That time population was, that's why they became rich. Again, India literally was a very small country, again, population wise, at the time of independence, 75 years ago, meaning people are alive that time. We were not able to feed people. That was the India. We could not feed people. We had abject poverty. We did not able to feed people. We did not have, and right now our issue is like, yeah, not everybody has air conditioning. Not everybody is getting 3 times meal. The more people, the more brain power. And the more people who have the guts to actually solve the problem, and there is more prosperity. It has held it true for thousands of years. Less people, again, that's why villages have poverty compared to cities, larger cities. And again, there is a problem there. And again, that's how you solve it. Like the lot of people, like UK at certain point was so bad, like thousands of people were dying per day. But again, that's how technology was developed. It's like, hey, we have to create sewage network. We have to make sure things are there. Oh, we have so much cholera outbreak. We have to make sure water is treated. That's how you do. You push. You reach a bottleneck, you solve the problem, then you create another bottleneck. You push there, generation over generation, brick by brick, day by day, then you evolve. Or you can just like, one request, if you use Google Pay in donations, I will get an opinion to write full messages. I cannot do that because again, Google Pay is not, when this was established, basically this puppy you are seeing, when you are seeing this, it was established few years ago. At that point in time, there was a very big conflict between Indian government and Google Pay. And again, UPI is a super easy thing and Google Pay works on top of UPI. So always wanted to make sure that UPI was utilized. So this was selected. It's a super easy, I always remember it. That's why I used it. It's super simple, super easy. And again, you can send a message and just don't write very long messages. You can even send on PayPal. So that's also an option. Which do you read, which you currently reading? I will not talk about it. Once I finish, I'll talk about it. But I have a feeling that it's a good book. It's a older kind of book. It's like it has a lot of words and like even the stories they are talking about is like 1950s and 30s or something like that. So I think it's an old book. Even the author's photo is in black and white. So it's a very old book. But let's see. Don't tell the family core. Okay. Okay. Which what's the future of tech job? Less job. That's the problem with that. It's like AI will not replace all the programmers. It will displace the career. Basically, it's like a pyramid, right? So you have a lot of grunt programmers, and then you have some good programmers, and then you have really good programmers. That really good programmers utilizing AI can easily remove the bottom part. That's the scary part. That's the part that's the scary, meaning that expansion that was happening, basically more jobs, even more jobs, even more jobs. It will start to become stable and then it starts to shrink. That's the part which is the scary. One request is, okay, what is the mean with aftermarket CNC compared to factory fitted CNC lover? There is no problem with CNC. It's like if you know what you're doing, aftermarket CNC just was fine. FAA proposed same tax on per kilogram to orbit. Thoughts, will it affect Starship cost in long term? I do not know. I'm unaware of like what you're trying to say, so to say. Okay, it will reduce general DIY projects compared from 20 days to 5 hours on this project by remote. So basically you want to have a spot where some technician will make the project, so to say. I'm not getting it. Hey, if you have a YouTube channel where you are talking about this sort of idea, please link me that. But like in comments, I think it's a very, very long, most of the densest populated city. Yeah, that's also a point. It's like, it's the more people, the more problems. The more problems, the more solution. The more solution, the more profit. It's always that. I will never realize a population, a peace of mind. See, you are a coward does not mean everybody else is. Again, go to Japan. If you're like, oh, Japan is good, go to there na, and then see how dead that place is. Go to, and again, don't go to Tokyo. Go to any villages around it. Go there. See the horror. Uh, and again, agreeing with me or not does not matter. History has clear data on it. Less people, more suffering. And again, we used to be poor, we used to be dirt poor. Everybody was what we call suffering from abject poverty. We have poverty now, not abject poverty. We don't even know what abject poverty looks like. That's how good it is. Like most around 50 years, maybe 50%. Not 50. Not again. See, it won't be a shocking event where it's like boom. It will be slow, gradual. Basically, that's why I'm saying. Like right now, the market is going like this. Basically, we started few jobs, tech jobs. Now more jobs, even more jobs. Then it will start to stabilize, meaning no more new jobs, and then it will start to shrink. It will not happen boom like this. Compare Germany from 1947, both nation developed. Germany has less population and still more GDP in technology. They are not 500 years ahead of us, and we had 200 years of enslavement, 400 years of enslavement, and 200 years of East India Company exploiting us. Okay, and again, the fact that we survived, it's a miracle. 200 years, 2 freaking 100 years. Keeping aside rocket cost, nuclear waste dumping in space useful? No, it's a bad idea. Very, very bad idea. Starship boom due to COPV. Yeah, that was but I do not think it's a SpaceX issue. I think it's the supplier issue. It's like, because again, this was what, 39th craft? So that's the whole thing. I have the PPT. No. See, you have to have a channel. I'm not. There is no way. Like, if you have some online way of sharing that, share that. But other than that, I don't. You said dictatorship is bad for a country, but why looks good for China? Oh my God! Like, this time does not exist in you, and they are so bad, so dead. They are like, please have 3 children. Look into it. The current time, please have 3 child policy. Nobody is having children. Again, there are only 2 ways you can judge a country. First, are they having children? Yes or no? And again, replacement level, meaning 2.1. If they're above 2.1, good. If they're less than 2.1, does not matter. It could look, oh, look at this orgasmically clean city. It's like, yeah, there is nobody. Of course, it's clean. It's like, look at this morgue. It's so clean. It's like, duh. It's like, A, people are having kids or not. That's the first thing. Second, if given the opportunity, people are jumping into the country or jumping out from that country. If more people are jumping out from the country, it does not matter. So, for example, you can be like, oh, Japan is good, but more and more people are leaving Japan and going to abroad. It's like, even if they are like breeding visas, people are not jumping there. It's like, it's a miserable country. It's a very miserable country. Again, that's the only 2 things you have to look into it. Like, are passports going out or going in? And are the people having children or not? Nothing else matter. Because again, in time scale, even a poor nation, let's just say Afghanistan, let's just say it's a poor nation, but they keep having more population and half of Europe disappears. Why? Again, they are below replacement level. And what will you say in the future? Oh, it's like they used to be technologically advanced and then they are stupid. They died. It's like time. Again, natural selection, when we say it's a survival of the fittest, it's not survival of the fittest, it's death of the dumb. So if you became dumb, where it's like you prioritize anything above children, you're dead. Like, again, you can have like, I have this building. It's like nothing. You don't have anything. Like, that dialogue from Kings. What was that dialogue? Look mighty at my empire, and all there was is dust. A Roman king, like, Alexander's court or something like that. It was there. It was a very popular thing. Why this live stream named Miscommunication? Again, I told you, miscommunication between basically our lawyer and my family, that caused such a big event. Again, that's the whole starting of the video. I think you are joining it late. You can just go back. People selling land, money, Germany. People are selling their land to move to Germany and getting insulted. See, if the moment you leave and go to someone else's country, of course, you will always be second-hand citizen. That does not change. Heck, even Indians who are becoming CEOs and all that, they still get that in America. It cannot change. Again, imagine it's like somebody came into your house and it's like, no, I want this services. It's like, and again, I do not mean services like that structure and all that. And again, people have a genuine hatred of that. It's like, if India was great, Indians would not have to move. That fundamentally creates a very bad picture on that. That's why I said, like, passport is the easiest way to figure out which country is good. Because if, let's just say, somebody's like, how do I know which country is better? Let's say Bangladesh or India. If I see most people are jumping into India versus going to there, that's how it figures out, very simply. If most will have black Muslim people, let's see. Can the AI boss compensation for population collapse? See, population collapse will not be solved by it. It's just that it will make the, journey to poof much more manageable. And again, given how miserable Indian family court is, and again, that's why I say, like, do not listen to me, have the balls to actually go there, and then everything will be clear. At that point in time, I'm like, yeah, it's a very good thing. While it's okay, data is good in short term, and the key term is short. Yeah, that's the whole point. Spider pause in not repeating, do not. Iran really detected B-2 bombers. See, anybody can detect it. Detecting it is easy. If you have long wave radar, you can easily detect it. The question is weapon lock. Let that be very clear. Question is weapons lock. Can you lock it? Where it's like, yeah, I see you. This is where you are. I'm gonna launch something on you, and you cannot dodge it. That's what matters, not just like, oh, I see it. Of course you can see it. If you have long, basically F-35s is stealth, but it's stealth to that basically high frequency radar for target locking. But you have high range, long range radar, which generally uses a longer wavelength. That they will see up is like, ta-da. But when you're talking about basically B2, B2 is superior in that regard, because even in long wavelength, it's very small. Like, and again, let that be very clear. Nobody will say stealth is like that. Oh, you can just drive over, fly over, so to say, over a radar site. No, it will like brah. It will just like brah. That does not work. The idea is how close you can go before you're like, no, this is something we have to act. So let that be. And again, if what we are getting, the current data, if Iran really lost all of its air asset, they will see it, but it's like, we don't have anything to attack it with. So. But people live in India too. Again, that gives you a data point. It's like comparison. Basically, Bangladesh people come to India, Indian people go to abroad. That gives you a what you call hierarchy of nations. Black enormous have technologies last. In India too, they will exist in current society. They have a lot of kids. Birth rate USA is low too, of course, but it's not any issue for them because majority of people go to there. So they are the only country they do not have to worry about it. Not in short term, long term they will have. That's not really breeding with Java, but I get that. I get that. What you're saying. Why can't composite population collapse AI robots? Who will pay for it? What's my help with the population? Most people go to USA, but they don't want babies to cheap labor. I didn't say anything about saying population. You didn't know anything about that. See, I'm not saying it. Our history is showing it. Like, think about this way. India had Bengal famine, very bad famine. Very small population and surprisingly large amount of death. We started to grow in population. Why? We had vaccines. So basically, just after independence, a lot of vaccine happened. So basically, instead of having 5-6 kids and most of them poofing, we had 5-6 kids. They started to thrive. It created a problem. You must have studied it in school. We did not have the ability to feed them. We solved that problem. We call it Harit Kranti. You must have studied it in school. Then again, another problem was like, okay, how do we feed this much milk? Then Shwet Kranti. You know, brick by brick, you have a problem, you solve it. That's the awesome part. That's the point of having this brain. So the kings just has no meaning. The best conversations like my culture is going to let that happen. Again, it's not the same thing. See, in kings, you do not get a choice. In corporate, you do get a choice. And again, most people are like, it's a what is the Greek philosophy that says it well. It's like not everybody is meant to be a ruler. Like most people do not have that kind of oomph that is required to actually control their life. Like they want to be in like, you know, hey, what does society teaches me? It's like society teaches me do this thing, follow this religion, this protocol of life. I want to follow that. I'm happy with that. That's majority of humanity. And again, that's normal. That's fine. I'm also like that. And again, most of you are like that. It's just that some of us have the itch where it's like, nah, I got to do this, man. Like again, it's natural for people to basically want to have children. Again, if they're healthy and normal, not corrupted by a lie, that's normal thing. But like, let's say Newton is like, I do not want to have this. It's like, cool. He had that itch, he focused on it, and now we know his name. So such is life. Universal high income possible? Maybe. Kenya and other African countries have big population than where development. They are just behind schedule, my man. Like schedule does not exist in your brain. Like it's like it does not exist. Like, oh, they had no issue from like freaking 300 years. India had issues for 200 years, and this country they're still getting boomed. And they're like, now we are solving it. It's like if you're saying that population explosion now, that means they got vaccines now. We got vaccines in 70s. Dude, takes time. It takes time. And again, if you are a landlocked nation, it's bad. If you are a nation that is surrounded by anti-nations, basically people want to boom you, it makes a hell lot of a hard job. And again, Africa has grown exponentially. Like we see again a lot of people, oh look at this poor people in Africa. Africa has high, large scale. Africa has like a lot of high rises and buildings, and again they have improvement exactly like how we have. It's like, think of this way: if you ask basically foreigners about India, they're like, oh, it's the people pooping in the street. Again, we had let that go long ago. Same thing in Africa. And again, not every state. Again, some nations have conflict, which again, you have conflict. That's the problem, not people. If you have conflict, if you have foreign parties that are affecting your wars, which again, we had East India Company. Remember, you studied it in school. No gods, no kings, only men. Yeah, that was a very epic line. That's all that. Because they are not utilizing the full potential. Okay. World War One and World War Two is time scale, bro. Look into the time scale. It's chump change. 200 years of East India Company, time scale of World War One and World War Two, tiny. And again, World War One did break them badly enough that they were like, World War Two. It did not work. And again, the sole reason why they actually recovered is that USA footed the bill, a lot of bill. It's like they were wise enough. They're like, if this country suffered the consequences of this war, there will be a WW3. So they're like, nah, bruh, we're gonna take care of you, but again, you will make sure you do not militarize. And again, same thing was done in Japan also. They're like, okay, we'll take care of you. It will be financially painful, but it's better than having a enemy in next cycle, so to say. So people learn, people grow. People are remotely accessible mechatronics labs with you can build things. I don't see how that can be done. Like, unless you have a person there, I do not see how that can be done. But again, please make a YouTube video about that. Make governments of many other new because guidance rich and not common man. Less taxes, but 3 years, 40 years later. In the same images, I was fortunate enough to get mutual divorce without any cases and all the money. Best wishes. You are a lucky one. How much does this year cost? Not that much. Every developed country has low birth rate and encourages the country for it. Again, it's like, see, this is the first time humanity became retarded enough for that. Like, never, for 10,000 years, we never were retarded enough where we ever had a discussion about children. We were never retarded enough. We always are like, yeah, you have children, population grows, awesome, problem, awesome, solve it. We always, like 10,000 years, we never had this stupidity. Now you're the only one who's like, what if we didn't had it? It's like, you do not get that choice. And again, when I say you do not get that choice, is that you can make that choice, but you will not exist in the future to bitch about it. You will be shift deleted. So that's that. Anyway, Elon Trump, who's right? Nah, see, both of them are like this sort of very. But we don't need WWF to solve current social problems. We must be better way. I think otherwise, not even population, low population, etc. gets solved. See, right now, world does not have any single problem. There is no problem. Like, okay, we have, and again, let me define problem, meaning we do not know how to solve it. That's a problem. Every problem that we have right now has a solution. And again, ancient solution. Like, for example, people are like, oh, we can't use solar because it does not have grid inertia. I'm like, have you ever read an old book? Ever? Like 1930s old book? HVDC is that old. HVDC is that old. And people figured out they needed a way to have DC and AC inertia. They figured out what we call synchronous condenser. 1930s. There is not a single problem right now on this earth that is like, yeah, it's a problem. No, we have all the solution. It's just that we believe in lies and we just keep going round and round and dying. It's like, Japan was also very happy where it's like, oh, population declines. And then they're like, oh. China was also happy. Now it's like, oh. Again, look into it. Like, how the heck a country went from one child policy to, hey, please have 3 child policy. Please. That's China. Russia was also, population decline. And it's like, oh, money. Look into it, how much money they are giving. It's like, until you actually reach that point where it's like, no, wait a minute, I'm actually dying. It's like, yeah, then people realize, okay, this is a bad idea. And again, let that be very clear. If you have been taught this lie from your childhood, you will die on it. It's like, dying on that hill. There is no point of discussing it. Just to make this man foreign minister, mutual was way before the proper way of, but unfortunately it's considered lucky. When I'm saying they got protection, I mean they're not got effed. Okay, let that be very clear. Which again, Germany got effed in WW1. That's why they were WW2. And again, when I'm saying protection, I do not mean protection as in like, okay, we are gonna take care of it. Protection simply means we're not gonna let the wolves at you. Okay, we're not gonna let the wolves at you. Okay, humans are the problem-solving machine. We just use how low birth rate is the problem we solved. It's just new people. Yeah, it's not a problem. Like fundamentally, I have an idea of suborbital tourism rocket, low cost, catch like SpaceX, no law of physics preventing it, no one working on it. See, that does not matter. Any Tom, Dick, and idea can have that. Like but do you have the capital, billions of dollars that is needed even to make a prototype? Most people don't have that, and again most people do not have that kind of charm where they can charm the venture capitalists to give you that kind of money. And again, India, you will not get that kind of money. Like best case scenario is like, yeah, small satellite launcher, which again most of them will fail simply because again market is saturated right now. So that's there. Both capitalism, socialism, see, none of them are good and none of them are bad. They are defined by the people living in it. If people are honorable, system works. If people are not honorable, system does not work. It's not magic. Stop blaming other things. It's like Japan has capitalism, right? How the heck they had enough wisdom? They're like, okay, big car companies which are competing, they're like, no, we are so behind schedule. We have to create a collaboration and we have to develop technology so Japan can stand on their own feet. They had wisdom to do that. And again, the best example I've seen, again, removing all the problems, this is one of the best example ever shown, is that there was a bank run. A bank run simply meaning people starting to take their money out because they feel that bank is unstable. Now that happened. News channels got that news. Still, in every other country, they would have shown that would have collapsed the system. Because again, more people start to pull out, the more quickly the bank has to shut it down. Simply because banks only have 10% of the deposit they actually collect, and most of are put back into the market, so to say. And again, that itself is not that big of a deal, but again, you can't recover money from the market. There is no guarantee on that. So bank takes, let's say, $1 billion. That does not mean they have $1 billion ready to dump back. Say they only have like 100 millions. So bank run is when that 100 million is drained. So in Japan, that did happen. There was a time, and all news channels willingly, they did not even talk to each other. They were like, willingly, no, we'll not share this, because again, this will make the situation worse. We'll just not share it. They made that decision. That was the basically what you will call like enough wisdom to know like digging own graves is not wise. And again, right now they have some wisdom where it's like, yeah, this death spiral of career is meaningless if you do not have children. It's like, who are you making money for? Just so you can die? And again, a lot of men already died, already passed. So now they are realizing, yeah, this was a bad idea. And they're like, okay, let's actually pay children. Let's make sure the work-life balance is maintained. Other things do not matter. If you get disappeared, it does not matter. It's like, this was awesome, we did. It's like, if you are in Japan, you would not be suffering from divorce case. Instead of government will support you, maybe a low population. No, in Japan also same divorce case. Again, dude, 150 countries, every country in that 150 country list has the same problem. Again, lies can literally, billions are needed, not needed for suborbital road delta V needed. Rocket needs billions of dollars. Making engines need billions of dollars. Getting licenses, just the license to make that needs billions of dollars. And again, why you're telling me? It's like, I don't have money. I do not have any reach where I can like call someone. Is like, yo, bro, $1 billion. I'm not the right person for it. Indian media can never be that moral law. Yeah, that's the whole point. Like that's a what you call good example. It's like generates 800 size of a large pizza. Again, I'm not sure does it sustain it, because again, if it's a burst power, let's say you have an active cooling system, you cool it down and it's like it can handle it for a burst. That's the whole thing. Killers for a week, decline after and just keep it inside the hangar. For a week. They declined the offer to Air India to keep it inside the hangar. You see, if it's outside, they can make sure the satellite is looking at it. Na? They can also, and again, they have enough low Earth satellite, they can definitely make sure, and again, I'm pretty sure some geostationary also. So they will have 24/7 what you call observation of that. So that's a much better than that. Can court be female of the evil work? Can court? And female of the evil work ever. See, it's a short term what you call poof life. Like you are just gonna poof yourself in short term. Again, 150 countries. Every country enjoyed it when it happened in the first phase, like this guy, and then it's like, oh, this is really bad, like really bad. Yeah. So it is what it is. You just do you believe family values are harder to the failing population is related to see lies? Nothing else matters, just the lie. Basically, once you believe in the truth, you can function. If you believe in a lie, you create what we call negative feedback loop. So, there's a video on manufacturing placement, same video or service sector. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Although I did got a lot of good feedback on the system, what you call service system. Are humans dumb? No, humans are complex machines which have dumb parts. And again, it has to be that way, otherwise we'll be gods. So it has to be that way. If you are not controlled by our emotions, I do not want to know what we'll be like. It's like, there is a reason why people who are like, very able to control their emotion, we consider psychopaths and so on, because again, they can hurt you in the ways that you cannot even imagine. Like, and that's why I keep saying that the worst people are the people who think they are doing the right thing. It's like, not the right thing, it's like, yeah, moral thing. Yeah, that's like, no, no. Eat 80% of the jobs if some keep those unemployed people busy, otherwise they will make chaos, and UBI is not a permanent solution. Again, that part is genuinely valid concern. It's a valid concern that you have. It's like, if we do not plan it accordingly, bad things can happen. But as of now, there is not much thought put into it. Basically, it's like sixth yard syndrome. I think I should coin this business term, sixth yard syndrome. It's like, yeah, what if we removed all the jobs? It's like, what if you don't? It's like pyramid can only stand if there is a base. If the base disappears, people go for force. Man did not had power. Man had responsibility. Going and dying in a war is not power. It's a responsibility. Power and responsibility is completely different things. Power a king has, responsibility soldier has. There is a very big difference. Like, do not fall for that BS. Men did not have power. Powerful people had that. And again, that included women also. Like, for example, Indira Gandhi, she did what we classify as crime against humanity to Hindus. That's what it's classified as. Oh, was she a man? No, she was a woman. And again, India was ruled by a queen. It's like almost somehow shifted deleted. It's like powerful people oppress people, not men or women, powerful people. And again, that powerful people could be man or woman. And again, history has more than enough women that cause enough chaos. It's like, if you are doing that, stop smoking. Like, stop smoking. Do you think any possible solution in addition to UBI? Actually, I don't. Like, see, at this point in time, the world is moving so goddamn fast without thinking. It's like, dude, tracks have not been built. It's like we are driving full force, tracks are not built. Like, and this is completely different from 1930s. Like 1930s, all mathematicians sorted everything out that we are doing right now. They're like, yeah, we got this, bro. We got this. Like quantum physics, we got this. Computational tomography, we solved this. Bro, we good, we good. Like, Boson's, like 10,000 technological formulas have been built in 30. So that had the track. Now we are arriving on the track. Now we are so fast, it's like, there is nothing left in front. It's like nothing left. So, why only do you believe in God religion? No. Again, gods are man-made. So, that's why there are so many gods. If gods were true, there would be only one, not many. Like, how many suns are there? One. And everybody agrees to it. Why? Because it's absolute. And her spouse expectation, but the husband is not capable of basic tasks. They don't even think divorce is a viable option then. See, if you keep thinking in that way, the only solution would be death. Life is suffering. There is nothing more than that. If somebody actually convinced you that doing this will save you from suffering, I'm sorry. Somebody lied to you. Somebody so close and so badly lied to you, I'm sorry for you. It's like, life is suffering. There is no alternate to that. The only thing you can ask for, the only option is that it's worthy suffering. Meaning, you will suffer, absolutely. Is that suffering lead to something that is useful, good, or productive? Again, according to you, that's the only thing you can ask for. Nothing more than that. That's why, like, any Tom, Dick and Harry who managed to do anything, they had to go through problem. Any Tom, Dick and Harry. Look into it, any Tom, Dick and Harry. Again, people can believe whatever they want to believe. If you believe in God, cool. I have no problem with it. But if like somebody's like, you have to believe in it, then I'm like, nah. I've seen too many fingerprints of man in gods. So it's like, it's fine. Could Zenji knew when everything is solved 100 years ago? Could Zenji make anything even when... See, again, we have a lot of amazing problems now. We should solve it. But it's like almost like majority of people just fall into that is like, we are the problem. It's not that. We have problems. We are facing problems. We have to solve it. We are not the problem. We are facing problems. When I don't want to marry, what should I do if parents forcing me into it? Leave. If you are a woman and if your parents are forcing you, leave. Let me be very clear. I, Anupam Vipul, age 32, on date 21/06/2025, is telling a woman that is saying to me in my chat is that I'm a woman, I do not want to marry. What should I do if my parents are forcing you? Leave your parents. It's better to hate your parents than to kill someone. Trust me. It's much better. It's much better. And hating your own parents for lifelong, because again you will be suffering in the marriage, much better to just let them go. Just leave. Earn your living, leave the place. Like physically go somewhere else and break all contacts. Again, give them a simple option. It's like आपको husband चाहिए या मैं चाहिए, दोनों एक साथ नहीं आएगा, पैकेज नहीं है, पैकेज डील नहीं है. And if you can't do that, well, then you're gonna suffer. Again, life is of suffering. You have to choose. Either you suffer for your parents and then make miserable everybody, or you just like, okay, I'm gonna quarterize this part. It's like, no, leave, bye. That's your choice. Make the choice. Don't be a coward. Don't say ever that you're like, you were forced into it. No, make money, leave. My mother thinks I'm dumb. That's not your problem. See, if you make money, you're not dumb. If you don't make money, you're dumb. Life is as simple as that, nothing more than that. Don't ever worry about anything other than that. It's like if you're making millions of dollars and you are dumb as a brick, people will still respect you. They have to. So don't worry about it. Men did not have power, men had responsibility. That's why we had power. It's like if you are responsible for feeding someone, you gonna control how they behave. It's like we have responsibility of children. That means we have to control it. You cannot just like, oh, do whatever you want. It's like, dude, they're gonna die. And again, there are civilizations that tried that woman only thing. It did not work. There is a very good reason for that. There is a very good reason why in comics women can do everything. In real life, it's like, yeah, civilizations tried that. Did not work. Did not work as they expected. Don't you hate family for being an atheist? Don't your family hate you? No, they don't care. See, ma'am, after a point, life is simple. Make money, everybody shuts up. Nothing more than that. Don't ever complicate it more than that. Make money, everybody will shut up. And if people are, no, you should make more money, leave. It's just like, bro, because there is never enough. Anyway, men suffer, at least it seems so. See, suffering is always there. It was there, it is there, it will be there. The question is it worthy suffering or not? Worthy. That's the only thing you can ask for. Like right now, I'm suffering, okay? But I'm working in some way which makes me, like me, not somebody else, makes me feel I'm contributing positively, helping someone. Heck, right now, if you watched my last stream, you would have seen somebody donated 8,500 rupees. That's a lot of money. And I think that's like what, almost $100 or something, a lot of money basically. And they simply said because they got a job. And like a lot of people have commented, it's like, I got a job, if I get a job, I'll pay you. And people did. So again, in my mind, I'm doing a thing that is positively helping people to become better, either by learning something or figuring something out. And if they get a job, awesome. If they make a company, super awesome. So that's why I do it. Like, again, that's why I'm dealing with the suffering, because again, it yields something positive to me. I can just lie in my bed or my sofa, but again, that will not, again, that will be also suffering, but it won't lead to anything. That's why suffering is always there. Make sure it leads to something. It's like going to gym. It hurts, it suffers, you sweat, it stink. But again, you get muscles, you get better oxytocin. Not oxytocin, what's the exact hormone name? I keep forgetting. I don't think anyone. Honda reusable rocket. No, it's not rocket. It's just a proof of concept, so to say. They're like, yeah, again, once you're company that scale, you have enough smart people that's like, if you do not engage them, they'll leave. So they're like, yeah, make a rocket company. And again, they're very clear on it. It's just a proof of concept. Can we do this or not? It's like, it looks like a R&D team. They had a very high-end R&D team. And it's like, just keep them occupied, otherwise they will leave. And again, it reminded me of the old corporation, RCA, Radio Corporation of America. They were making things like mind-boggling things in 70s. Like, are you serious? You made that in 70s. It's like bonkersly advanced technologies. So, if life is worthless, we have to die someday. Not marrying anyone, not having kids. What's the point of going on Mars, going out to animal stars, knowing why I live? That's up to you. That's your personal question. See, nobody else can tell you what's the purpose of life. It's your task. It's your purpose. You have to figure it out. For me, it's knowledge. I like the idea of knowing things. The more things I know, the more basically humbled I get. The more I'm like, yeah, oh, I did not thought of that. Like, again, it was mind blowing to me that computational tomography was figured out in 1930s. I'm like, damn. Somebody figured out that you can spin it and get a sinograph out of it, and then you could de-spin it and get an inside look. I'm like, damn. That's like, damn. So that makes me like, that's like what you call the child inside me enjoys. Like, I enjoy that. That's like my core function. It's like, search as much knowledge as you can, absorb as much as you can, build as many things as you can, even if it's a small tiny thing like this. I enjoy it. And right now I'm also working with some other what you call company who's making an engine. Cool. I'm working with someone else to build something else. Cool. Again. Thank you for responding to the question. Happy, sir. Don't even overwhelm seeing the don't even get overwhelmed seeing at stars. And yeah, if you are emotionally burnt, that sort of thing will happen. It takes a lot of time. Your birthday is coming, bro. Yeah, it is coming. It is coming. Don't you ever get, it's been a long while. Anyway, it's been 1 hour. I do have to try to finish my video. So anyway, thanks for this live stream. It was kind of interesting, surprisingly a lot of views and topics in this one. So it was a good stream, I would say. Anyway, I'll see you next time on my birthday. Bye.